Farmers, trust is everything. At Genesis Fertilizers, we're not just proposing to build a facility, we're building a future designed for you. With real progress already underway, we're closer to providing Western Canadian farmers with a reliable, locally produced fertilizer supply. Now is the time to take control of your farm's future. Learn more at genesisfertilizers.com/credibility.
Werner Tobin here at the Ontario Federation of Agriculture Annual General Meeting. Lots to talk about, lots of people to talk to. I'm now catching up with Gabe Ferguson. She is the head of the Advanced Agricultural Leadership Program. Gabe, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you for inviting me here. This is very exciting.
Now, the Advanced Agricultural Leadership Program, I know it well. Goes back to 1984. For people who don't know so much about it, tell us about the program.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because here's the thing. We've been going for 40 years, and so we start to think, gee, everybody knows about this program, but they don't. So here's the Coles Notes on the Advanced Agricultural Leadership Program. This is a program for, we say, executive leaders in the agriculture sector, in the rural sector. But here's what to think about it. You don't need to be an executive to come into the program. So this is about creating and building upon the leadership that people have in the ag sector. And so why are we doing that? We're doing that because, just like here at the annual general meeting of OFA, we want to have voices. We want to have voices that understand ag, and not just a single sector, but across the whole sector is what we're looking for. And the Advanced Ag Leadership Program is about that. It's about creating top leaders.
And I look around this room. There's all kinds of graduates here. And I've been covering the OFA for almost 30 years. Where did that time go? And I've known so many people who advanced through the program and graduated from the program. But it's not only in rooms like this. It's across all sectors of agriculture.
Yeah, it is. It's across all sectors. So, we take a look at today and we look at the podium and we say, hey, 3 out of the 4 executives for the Federation of Agriculture are graduates of the program. We also know that the general manager is a graduate of the program. We know that our past Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs is a graduate of the program. And we can go through the chicken producers, their CEO, we can go past President of Libra, we can go the Vice President of FCC, and I can go on and on about that. But here's the other part of the story is there are top leaders that are at the front of the room. But there's also top leaders that are at the back of the room and the sides of the room and the middle of the room, because we need all people to show up in the way that's comfortable for them to show up, but also in a way that challenges them. So it's that juxtaposition that happens in the Advanced Ag Leadership Program that allows you to be the best of what you are and reach your potential. That's what it's about.
Let's talk about the program. Every 2 years, a class is selected, and talk about the curriculum. I know there's a study tour as well. Tell us about that 2 years and what people can learn about leadership.
Exactly. So people are busy. Here's what's busy. And I often hear from people, gee, I'd love to do that program, but I'm too busy. So here, let's get clear about what the program involves. It involves 3 seminars and then a North American study tour. Next year, 3 seminars and an international study tour, and then a graduation seminar. So people can fit this into their life. They can do a tremendous amount of learning in that period of time. The curriculum has leadership skills and knowledge. So that's about self-awareness. It's about team development, problem-solving theory. It's about negotiation and debates, all those types of things. And then it's about this global awareness where we travel around and we do our parliament, in Queen's Park, and we do that in Ottawa. So it's about giving people the depth that they need to act in the way they want to act in agriculture and rural sectors. So that's what that curriculum is about. And people can fit it into their lives. They do need help, and they do need to make a commitment to do that, but it's worth it.
Talk about study tours. You've taken your people everywhere in 38 years.
Oh, yes, we've taken them everywhere. So I just think in the last little bit here, this class is going to be going to the Baltics. Hey, guess what's happening around that area at this time of the world? So we're going to hear the leadership of those people that just came out of Soviet Union in the 90s, really, when they had that occupation. And we've gone to Spain and we've gone to Greece. They took class to Portugal and Morocco. We've been in Asia. So all around the world, we've been to Australia. So the class, we don't tell them where they're going before they get into the program, but we do get around the world and find out what is going on. What are the things that are going to be affecting us in the future? It's interesting, some of those early classes, I went to China and India. Think about going there 25 years ago and take a look at it now. Wow, what a difference in their lifetime to see those kinds of changes happening in terms of policies and economics and trade. These are the kinds of things we're looking at.
A couple more questions about, again, going back to the people who should consider this. Leadership takes all forms in all places across the agricultural spectrum. I guess you're looking for candidates across this whole sector.
Absolutely. I'm looking for candidates that are the full value chain of agriculture. So these are people in processing, in media, insurance, finance. They are pork producers, they're egg producers and pullet producers, they're beef producers, they're goat producers. They are along the whole value chain, people that are interested in municipal politics. These are the kind of people that are coming to the table so that we can have these deep conversations about what really, really matters and what we don't always agree on. So it's interesting over those 18 months to see how we grow in those conversations. So right now, if you're thinking about, I want to make a difference in ag, but do I belong in ALP or not? Hey, if you have an interest, if you got a bit of fire in your belly and you want to make a change, now's the time to be applying for that program is what you should be doing.
So final question, let's talk about the application process. You've got a deadline coming up. How many students do you take in for a class, and what do they need to do in the next month or so to make sure they're on the consideration list?
Absolutely. Okay, so here's how it goes. There is an application process, there is an interview process, and then we make the selection. Let me hang some little timelines around that. So individuals that are interested in the Advanced Ag Leadership Program, they go online to the Rural Ontario Institute. They click on the ALP button, and in there you can download the curriculum overview. It tells you exactly what dates we're meeting, exactly where we're meeting, all that kind of stuff. Then you fill in the application, and the application is not a job application. This is about storytelling. Download the application into a Word document, put some bullet points in there, tell us who you are, what you've got to offer to others, what kind of conversations you want to have, what leadership means to you. It's about telling your story in your unique way, all the way from 23-year-old to 65-year-old. We're going to have the whole gamut there. This needs to be done in December. This needs to go done now. Get in there, get your name in the application process. We'll get back to people, set the interviews up for January, February, let people know if they're in the program, March, April. Don't let anybody know until we announce it in June.
Well, it is a dynamic program, and as I say, it's always interesting just walking around this building here at the OFA today, seeing so many graduates. Gabe, really appreciate you taking the time to tell us about the Advanced Agricultural Leadership Program here on Real Agriculture.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we are looking forward to the next class. It starts in September 25, and I really encourage people to apply for the program. It'll be the time of your life.